And I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Okay. Um, okay, so page number 105. Okay, so we are going to start restore from backup from the beginning. We will open the file again, and then we will start working on our lesson 4. So we are going to click Sage 50 to start. Okay, this time we are not going to select this option, open the last company you worked on, because we are starting the new. It's restore from backup. That is the option we will select, restore from backup. And then you are going to click OK once you select that option. Now we will go to next step. This step, it's asking you to select your backup file. So we are going to click browse to select the backup file. My files are on the desktop, so I'm going to go to desktop, open Sage 2017 folder, and the backup file that I'm going to open is Harmony Music. This one here, Harmony Music Star 1. That's start 1. That is the file that I'm going to open. Okay, now here I will go to the next step. I have selected my file which I want to open. Now I'm going to go to the next step. This one is giving me the information about my backup file. Confirm that this is the right file. Next, here I need to select the place where I want to save my file. So I'm going to go browse, and I will save my file in the same folder where I have saved my other files. So this time it's AHM lesson 4 dash your name. Okay, that is the file name. Now we can click save to save the file. When we will go to the next step, after we select the destination where we are saving the file, when we are going to click finish, it's going to take a little bit time to convert the file into newer version and to create our company file. So we will wait for a few minutes. When you see this information, so we will remove the check mark from automatically create backup copy, and then we can click start. Guys, when we are going to work on accounts receivable, you will see the process is same like your accounts payable setup and those type of things. You will create, you learned how to create your vendors. So this time you guys are going to create how to you guys are going to learn how to create customers, kind of like similar process. Before we were dealing with vendors, now we are going to deal with customers. Before we were purchasing and paying, now we are going to sell and receive money. Okay, so you will see the process is similar with few little differences. So guys, session date is what is the session date? March 31st. So we will click and we are going to select March 31st. Oops, what's going on? It's March 31st. Okay. And it will give us the message. The date entered is more than 1 week. So we can click OK to that one. Last backup, it's asking for a backup. We are not going to create a backup, so we can say no. Okay, so guys, we are going to start from page number 107. So if you check, it's gonna ask you. So now, remember yesterday we were working for last 2 days, we were working on payables, right? So payables is there. And today, for this lesson, we are going to work on receivables. Okay, when you click receivable, these are the tasks that you guys can perform under receivables, like customers, you can create customers, sales invoices, sales orders, all these things. So first of all, we will go to customers. Some of the customers are already there. Page number 107, it will show you how can we create a new customer. Okay. So to create a new customer, you will notice the method is same that you used for creating the supplier. So we will click create button. Okay. Yeah. So it's you will see the window is same information you need to enter. So the name of the customer, if you check it in the customer field, type Spoolmark Institute Inc. So that is the name of the customer. We will type it. Name is required. Mac Institute Inc. Now, this is the address bar. This address bar we can use to enter the address for our customer. Helen Knight for the name. So first field is contact person's name. Here we can type the name of the person, contact name, and then the address. Street address is 7422. RRAY Street. City, okay. City is Mission, okay. City is Mission. And then it's in BC, so province is BC. Postal code is, it's giving us the postal code V2V4A6. Okay, so that is the postal code, and country is obviously Canada. It's also giving us phone numbers 604 82 65555. Oh, wow. Guys, I'll be with you in 2-3 minutes, just doing something very quickly. Okay, Paula, sorry about the interruption, guys. So phone number, we just entered the phone number there. And then there is also a fax number. So I'm gonna add the fax number. Fax number is 604-826-5559. That is the fax number. Email, there is also an email. So now we can add the email. At SPOOLMAK.org. Okay. So once we add the personal information, there is also a website, www.SPO AINSTITUTE.org. And supplier customer since is February 2nd. Okay, so we can select February 2nd. Then once we enter that information, we can go to ship to address, ship to address. If ship to address is different, then we can add a different address, but it's going to give you the default address, which we can accept. Under the options tab, we can select the options. So if you check, okay, so if it is giving us any revenue account, we can select the revenue account, but it's not giving us any revenue account. Let me see. Only thing is discount. Discount is 1.5% discount is available if they are going to pay within 10 days. Oops. Within 10 days, and net is due in 30 days. Okay, so that is the term we can enter. It's pay later. By default, payment method is pay later, and when they are going to pay, the payment method will be check. All other information we can keep it as it is. Under the taxes tab, we can select the tax code, that which tax we are going to charge to this customer. So the tax code that we are using here is GP. That means GST and PST. So we can select the tax code. Next one is pre-authorized debit. Pre-authorized debit is if we want to, if that customer, they set a pre-authorized debit, but we don't have that information. Credit card, no information. Under the statistics, you will find credit limit. Here we can enter the credit limit. Credit limit for this customer is 15,000. Memo tab, we can add if any specific information we want to add for a specific customer, we can add it there. So for this one, we are going to add send a birthday card to Aileen. Send a birthday card. So this is a good company. They send birthday cards to their loyal customers. When? It's April 20. So here to due date, we can select April 20. So that means Aileen's birthday is April 20. Display this memo in Daily Business Manager, so we can select this option. Under import exports, we don't have any information, additional information, we don't have nothing. So once it's done, we get two options. Either we can click save and close, but if we want to create another, then we can click create another. So when we will click create another, the one that which we have just created, it will automatically be saved and we can create another customer. So click create another customer. And now we can create our second customer, page number 111. Customer name is Richmond Music Academy. Contact, and then we can go to the address tab. Contact name is Harold Randall. Then it's also giving us the address 8050. No, 8050. 8050 BLUNDELLROAD Road. City is Richmond. Province is BC. Postal code V6Y1J8. Country Canada. Phone numbers 604-270-0011. Fax number 6270-0022. Email harold@rma.ca. Website is www.richmondmusic.ca. Customer since February 1st. Then we can go to the options tab. Under the options tab, we can enter the discount term. So 2.5% discount is available if paid within 10 days. Net is due in 30 days. Taxes, GP. Credit limit, you can find credit limit under statistics. it's 10,000. Memo, we can type memo. Memo is appointment with Harold regarding credit line. Okay. When? March 10. March 10. Display this memo? Yes. Okay. Save and close. Okay, so we entered a couple of customers. Now, next exercise, which is starting from page number 112, some customer which we already have, we can also make changes to those customers. Yeah.
So the memo, we can always add anything at any time we need to communicate with the company, right? That is in future.
Yes, if you want to add any information, extra information, you can add it in the memo field.
Okay.
So now this next exercise, which is 112, it will show you if you want to make some changes to a customer record, how can you do that? So HG, this is the customer that we are going to open to make some changes. We can double click to open it. What it's asking you to do, if you check page number 112, step number 2, it's asking you on the address tab. This is the address tab. Contact name is Elizabeth. So we need to change the contact name. It's Elizabeth. Elizabeth B-E-T-H Lang. Phone number, we can add the phone number. It's 604-972-5566. Fax number, we can also change the fax number, which is 604-972-5567. Email address, Liz G at hgpalmer.org. And then we can also add the website www.org. Okay, on the options tab, we can also enter the discount term, 2% discount if paid within 10 days. Net is due in 30 days. Save and close. Okay. Modify Richmond Symphony Orchestra. Richmond Symphony Orchestra, that is the one. So what is the modification we are doing with these guys? Term, it's asking you to change the term to net 30. Under options, term is net 30. No discount is available. And credit limit is 10,000. Credit limit, it will be in statistics. 10,000. That's it. Yeah. Save and close. Link account, it's going to show you the link accounts. We are not doing anything. Comments on customer forms. Okay, so to check that, we can close the customer screen and we can go to the setup, settings, and we can, while we are there, we can also add the name with the company name. So company information, where it says your name, you are going to type your name there. Okay. If you click receivable to your left side receivable, and you can click comments. So we can type the comments there. For sales invoices, these comments, so It's for sales invoice. So that means it will show, this comment will show on your sale invoice. 2-year warranty on all musical instruments. For sales course, we can add valid 7 days from date of issue. Okay, so these comments will show on the invoices and codes. Okay. Comments we typed, select company, set system, and change the settings to match the following. Okay, so we can go to company and then we can click system and we can see if these, so we need, this one is already selected. We don't need to change anything, but we need to change, select this one. Do not allow transaction dated before, and the date is January 1st, 2017. So we will go to January 1st, 2017. Warn if transactions are 7 days in future. Both of these options are selected. Okay. Once we select these options, we can click OK to save these changes. So guys, next exercise, it's going to show you how can we enter an invoice, and it's starting from page number 114. To enter a sales invoice, we will go to sales invoices. This is your, and it's similar. You will see kind of like looks similar, like you enter for purchases. So at the bottom, we can select the transaction type. In this case, it's invoice. Payment method right now is pay later. If it is check, sometimes check or cash, so we can select that option, but it's pay later. Invoice number, it will be there automatically because it's company's invoices, so they can set up the numberings and all that stuff. Now we are going to select our customer. To which customer we are selling this one? It's school board district number 56. Date of this invoice is March 3rd. So we will make sure that we change the date to March 3rd. And it's a sales invoice. So if we can actually select salesperson as well, you can see if you click, there is a field, a salesperson's field. If you can see that there are 3 salespersons there. So for this sales, the salesperson is Gordon, this guy. Once we make sure all this information is correct, then we are ready to enter the transactions for the next step. Okay. So now we can select the item, what we are going to sell them. You will see that same process. And it will be easier for you guys now, because now you are familiar with the stuff and system. So quantity, you will enter the quantity, how many we are selling. It will automatically give us all other information. We can check the sale price as well. This is the base price. And then based on the quantity, it will give you the total amount. There should be a tax as well. Tax is not selected, so we can select the tax. It's GP. And when you select the tax, it will calculate your taxes for you. Sometimes when you are selling some items, the sale price may be different than the price you have in the system. So we can change it manually. Okay, so tax code is GP. There is also a freight expenses, which is $35. And we have to calculate tax on that one. Tax on freight expense will be G only, GST. Okay. Oh, and they are also receiving a discount as well. Okay, so sometimes when you are selling, you can give them a discount. So discount is 5%. You can type it in the discount field. After you type all that information, notice that it will match. The invoice is on, the actual completed invoice is on page number 117 at the bottom of the page. You can double check to make sure that all the information is correct. Now, once you check it, we can also check the report. So to check your report, you can click report and you can click display sales journal. And this is the report that you have. Report for this invoice is on page number 118 at the top of the page. So make sure it's matching with this one. Okay, so everything is good. Everything looks nice, perfect. And now we are ready to post this one. When you will click post, it will give you this message that this transaction was posted successfully. Yay. So we can.
Teacher, why, why the amount different on the report? The invoice showing 1,552 and here showing 2,000. There is other invoice for same customers or what?
No, it will you mean the total debits and credit? Which report? What report?
Yeah. Now you run the report, correct? For same these invoices, but it's showing in the report 2,000.
It's where it's showing 2,000. I don't see 2,000. It's accounts receivable is 1,552.95. You mean total debits and credit? Are you talking about total debits and credit?
This is total. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, this one includes cost of goods sold and everything. So
Yeah.
it's giving you the total of debits and credits. So guys, there is an other invoice which is on page number 118 at the bottom of the page. So we are going to enter, don't forget, enter the early payment terms. So we are going to enter this invoice now. Okay, so let's do that. It's an invoice, it's pay later. Invoice number is 149. The date of this invoice is March 7. So we are going to change it to March 7. It's not giving us any salesperson there, so we can leave it as it is. The customer is Maple Ridge Marching Band. Maple Ridge Marching Band. What we are selling to these guys, it's B118. Okay, how many? 2. We can double check the price, 155, it's correct. Because we are selling 2, so it will give you the total amount, which is 310. We need to select the tax code. Tax code for this one is GP. So there is no free expense. We will not add anything there. Term is missing, so we can add the term to 10 net 30. Okay, so we can double check to make sure all the information is correct. Subtotal is 310. Tax is 37.20. Invoice total is 347.20. All that information is correct. Invoice number, date, so everything is correct. And we can click post to post this entry. Guys, now the next exercise is gonna show you how can you save a transaction. So first of all, we need to add a transaction and then we can store it as recurring entry. Okay, so page number 119, we will add the invoice first. Okay, so it's an invoice, pay later, invoice number is 150. Date of this invoice is March 10. It's the company name is this one. Okay. And now we can enter what we are selling them. X 100. Quantity T. Guys, recurring entry, you know what recurring entry is, right? So that it happens more frequently. So instead of entering it every time, we can save it as a recurring entry and then we can use it later. Tax for this one is G only, GST. And it's music lessons because probably because they take these music lessons more often. So that's why we can save it as recurring entry. So we can check the information, all other information is correct. All good. Now to save it or store it as a recurring entry, same method that you guys used for your journal entries and for your purchases. This icon here at the, can you just please move away from there? Okay, so this icon here, like a yellow box with blue down pointing arrow, when you bring your mouse pointer over this icon, it says store as recurring transaction. So you can click that and it will give you the name of the company there. Frequency is weekly. So that means they are taking weekly lessons. So we can change the frequency to weekly. And then you can click OK to store that. So your entry is now stored as weekly recurring entry. After that, we can post it. Now, let's say you,
Teacher,
yeah,
I have a question.
yep,
Today, lesson 3 or lesson 4?
you tell me,
Lesson 4 or lesson 3 today?
you tell me what we are doing.
I so confused today or lesson 3 or lesson 4.
We are
Which
working on customers, so it's lesson 4. Lesson 3 we have already completed yesterday. And
yeah,
I mentioned it in the beginning. I even giving you guys the page numbers as well.
thank you so much. That's why.
Okay, so guys, page number 120. once we store a transaction as a recurring entry, if let's say we are ready to process the transaction, how can we recall it? You see beside store, there is an icon recall recurring entry. When you click this icon, it will only one entry we have, only one we stored as recurring entry. You can click select and you will see it will open on the screen. If you want to post it again, you can do that. It's ready. We don't need to enter anything. We can double check the date is correct. Date is also correct, because remember we stored it as weekly entry. So it's automatically giving us a date after 1 week. And that's it. All we have to do is just post it. That's it. Post. Guys, give me one. So click OK once you post it. We are going to do one more. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay, so guys, next one is a sales quote. So it's gonna ask you in the sales channel, creating an invoice window, click that. Okay, so it's gonna ask you to add a quote. Okay, so quote is like an offer. Maybe a customer is asking for something and we are sending them a quote. Right, so giving them an offer that if they take the services or purchase stuff, how much they will pay. So quote. So while you are in this window, when you see where you see the transaction type, if you click the drop down arrow, different transaction types are available like invoice, order, and quote. So we are entering a quote, we can select quote option. And you will see your window is now a little bit different. Okay, so we are going to select our customer. The name of the customer is Richmond Symphony Orchestra. We are entering the code for this guy. Okay, transaction type is good. We already did that. If I did not receive any message for these guys, so when you check, oh, now it's coming. This customer exceeds a credit limit, so that's fine. We are going to give them extra credit because it's a good customer. So if you check page number 121, it's giving you the information about the invoice. So the item that we are going to select, first one is P105. P105. Second one, so P105, how many? They want 1. Okay. Quantity is 1. Base price is 9,000. Discount is, we can also give them a 5% discount if they are going to purchase that stuff. Now, second item, we can also check the date. I did not check the date. So date of this quote is 14th March. Second one is A104. Quantity is 100. Oh, wow. 100. Base price for that one is 2.75, 275. That's everything is correct here. The total is, there is also tax. We need to select the tax manually. It's not giving us automatically. For both of these items, tax code is GP. So we will select GP tax code there. Now, if we check the totals, also need to enter feed expense, which is $100. Now, if we check, and we need to calculate the tax on feed expense, which is G. Okay, now it looks good. Subtotal is 8,825. 100 is the feed expense. Tax is 1,064. Invoice total is 9,989. Term code is net 30. We can double check everything is correct. So this is a code. If we click the report, like same like your order, because it's just an offer. At this point, there is no invoice and we are not updating any accounts or anything. So that's why it's not showing you any report. Okay. And also check at the bottom of the screen. We don't have post button. We have record button. Okay, so you can click record to record this. Let me see if there is anything else we need to do. Okay.
No shipping date.
Date I have changed, so date is correct. So now we can record it. Okay, it's recorded. So now assume, so next, same thing, we are going to do something with this one. Now assume that the customer has replied, the two of you negotiated that 10% discount for the baby grant rather than 5%. Right, so if you remember, we offered them 5% discount. Now they are calling and negotiation is going on and we agree that we will give them a 10% discount. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, so now what we are doing, so if you click this invoice window again, click it to sales invoice. And so beside your order and quote number, if you click the drop down arrow, there is one, because this is the quote which we just entered, right? It's showing there now in the list. Number was 1. If we select this one and click in the screen, you will notice it will automatically fill that quote. See, it's automatically filled and it's giving us, converting it into an invoice. Now, what do we need to do is, we can change the date on which date we are converting this code into an invoice. It's March 18. Okay. all other information is the same, prices and everything, it's gonna be the same. Only thing is that we offered them a 5% discount. After the negotiation, we are giving them a 10% discount. So discount, we can change from 5 to 10. Okay, so that is it. We can change the discount from 5% to 10%, and we can double check that all the information is correct. This invoice is on page number 122. Check the subtotal, it's correct. Freight expenses, it's the same. The tax is 1010. Total is now 9,485. All other information is the same. Only thing is that we gave them more discount. We can also check the report. If you check, this report is at the bottom of the page 122. Okay, check that information. It's exactly the same thing. It's giving you the cost of goods sold as well. And the bottom where it's showing total debits and credit, it's the actual total of debits and credits. So once we make sure that all the information is correct, we are ready to post this transaction. We checked that everything is correct. So let's post it. Post it successfully. Okay. And we will stop here, guys. So this chapter, you guys are going to complete up to page number 122. You will start from page number 105 and you will complete it up to page number 122. So that is your today's work. No report I'm going to ask you to send me today, but please make sure you complete it, okay? I'm going to stop the recording and it will take time. Once it's available, then I will share it with you guys.